Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Toronto Raptors. Taking a look at Toronto, these guys have been rolling. They come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. Kawhi Leonard in action.
Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA. Oh, it's great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge.
You know, the trade you were talking about, it's not front page news, but I really believe that it could pay huge dividends for this team in the future.
Tonight, we'll be seeing a couple of the league's better defensive. What are some of the keys to winning a defensive kind of backdoor?
Well, because you know that possessions are going to be fewer than in a typical game, where the pace is going to be slower, then the turnover number becomes all that much more important. Because in a game where pace is not an issue, you can't afford 15, 20 turnovers. It's about valuing the basketball. It's about executing to the greatest degree possible. And sometimes, Kevin, that means going deep into your offensive set. The ball should change sides of the floor, and you should look for a matchup that's favorable. And when you do, that's when you strike.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So the Raptors 5 right now. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard team. It's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And Siakam in at the 4 slot. And it goes down 2 points.
I don't think there's any fear when it comes to shooting over the defense. Aaron Gordon's athleticism and release point, he cannot be contained.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Ross dishes to Bamba. Inside. They get a hand on it. Here's Money. And it's Gasol with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Outside Lowry. Now the dish to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
From outside the arc, hands it from downtown. Money's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lowry for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, in a 4-game season series between these two, both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
We know whichever team makes the best adjustments on the fly will have the best chance of emerging victorious in this first meeting.
So it's Toronto now. The Magic hitting the button. The 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Tony.
The offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, he said it was all about taking advantage of what the defense gives them tonight and not forcing things. He said the team that beats us more often than anyone is ourselves. When we lose focus, it's very difficult for us to win. It's something I stress to the guys on the way to the arena. See if they heard him, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today. And the key to that will be shot selection.
Well, I think that means they need everyone being decisive out there. Make strong, quick decisions at the offensive end.
Raptors trail by 9. So, timeout call here. The first for Toronto. This Orlando Magic team, one that isn't expected to compete just yet, still in the midst of collecting talent.
Well, Kevin, I don't know if you want to call it a rebuild or a reset for this franchise, but there is some youth to build around. They're getting some good talent. Obviously, they were hoping to jump into the top 3 in last year's draft. This is going to take some time, and the fan base has got to be patient.
There's Siakam, the Magic hitting the button. And here's the fast break cross, leading the way. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lowry looking around. Green finds Lowry. And again, Toronto no luck.
They're trying to battle back, and he's missing shots this period.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Outside, Green. There's Siakam, defended by Gordon. Siakam misses.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Here's Money. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
No, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Toronto with the ball. After the Magic pick up 2. And now Orlando on the break. Pass to Bamba. And the layup's good off the glass.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And the Raptors call time here. Maybe it's no longer a surprise. A couple rookies doors who we thought would take some time to develop are already contributing.
It's no question about it. And more rookies are being asked to play a larger role in their particular teams. And I think what you have to be struck by is the fact that we're not talking about 21 and 22-year-old rookies anymore, Kevin. We're talking about guys that have very limited collegiate experience, and yet everyone wants an immediate return. And I think it's nothing more than a sign of the times. Guys are dreaming about the NBA from the time they first pick up the ball, and what we get is the result of that.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Green against Ross. Green kicks to Lowry. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
On pass to Gordon. Now, here's Lowry. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Money. Now recovering. Money. That shot off. So the Raptors will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Here's Money after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Here's Money. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. This is it to Ross. 4 on the clock. Here's Money. Orlando needs to get off his shot. And here's Lowry. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, it took a lot of work for Kyle Lowry to become this dangerous from three-point land, and downtown is one terrific option among many for this guy.
Shoots. He drops. That's his ninth field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here is Lowry. He has 7. Here's Siakam. And it's off from three-point range. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Knicks.
And really the difference maker on that night, it's their ability to knock down shots from the end.
Well, I think, Greg, that's where basketball has shifted, right? The three ball is so important nowadays, and they completely took advantage of it.
Lowry with the ball. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Over in the corner, Green. And again, Toronto no up. Orlando leading by 16. Here, Johnson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
What we know about Jonathan Isaac is he's got incredible length coming out of Florida State. And the team knew, guys, that it would take some time to develop because he's so young. But with that frame and the potential his offensive game has, he can be scary in the future.
And Doris with Isaac, unfortunately, he missed a lot of his rookie year to injury.
Well, it was a disappointment for the young man, to be sure, Kevin. But he talked to Aaron Gordon about dealing with the injury and that lost time. Let's remember, Gordon went through the same situation as a rookie.
Now Isaac after Jeremy Lin's three-pointer that didn't go. Now Gordon. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be. Here's on an open 19-point game. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Orlando has possession. Here's Money. He's got 19. Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Ibaka. They're running. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. Number one, the Magic.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
And he sinks the second. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooting. And they've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Here's Money to the inside. Gasol with the steal. Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. Banked in off the glass. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, at 6'8" with the elite athleticism, good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Money passes to Gordon. It's stolen by Ibaka. We push it up. 4 on 3. Teardrop shot. Anunoby, no good. Magic leading by 16. This is to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Anunoby in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. They get the rebound. Van Vliet fails it to the side. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove. Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Moss against Lynn. Pocket 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, last year, pretty much a lost year for Lynn. Torres Patella tendon, an opening night. And Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. So nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
Both free throws good from Lin. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
1:12 left here in the opening quarter. Van Vliet gets to Gasol. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two. Gasol's got his second bucket. Here's money. And he goes down there, serves the bucket, and shoots it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Here's Lin. The Magic getting the bucket. The pass to Ananobi. He kicks it to Gasol. Shoots over Bamba. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
There's Van Vliet. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Raptors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Good on both. Now here's Ross. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of the sharpshooter.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Orlando out in front, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
We come in every day. Guys are in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but you know, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They played with purpose, and they played with aggressiveness.
Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. On the out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Al Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrated. I don't allow that. And he knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, VA. Thank you.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And then Gordon with the dunk.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Van Vliet. And good that time. Van Vliet's got 4 this quarter.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. A little resistance for him on the way to the basket. Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. There's Van Vliet. He has 6. Outside, Lynn. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Ross. Lynn gets to Gasol. Stolen by Bamba. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Gordon's running. Money passes to Ross. Chalk up 2 there. Ross has got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a 3rd foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
The Raptors making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And so here's Toronto. Stolen by Bamba. And here's the fast break, and Bamba leading the way. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
Really good at getting down the floor. When Bamba is hustling, good things often happen in transition.
Van Vliet kicks to Lynn. Leonard looking over the floor. Rebounded by Isaac.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. In a wide open look for Lynn. Ball's knocked loose. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from 3-point land here tonight. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Fred Van Vliet. The Magic have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Money passes to Bamba. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lets it fly from 18. Misses off the left iron. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Outside Leonard. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And that one drops for him. Lowry's got 9 points.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
Down low, and the jam by Ross.
And you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass. Money.
The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That's a waste of possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Green's checked in for Jeremy Lin. The Magic have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Isaac passes to Butler. Odd pass to Gordon. That shot missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Poked away, and that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Outside Lowry. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Looks for Lowry. Gets it to him. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last off season with the trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Feeds it to Ross. Passes it to Money. Back to Ross. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Outside Lowry to the left wing. And Ibaka kicks to Green. 3-pointer, Lowry. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Money. Pass to Bamba. The feed to Gordon. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc of the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Outside Lowry. Ibaka right side. That one misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. We saw Gordon making big strides in his game last season, Doris, and it started with his shooting.
Well, specifically his long-range shooting, right, Kev? Because the 3 started to fall, and then that opened up other scoring options for him. Boy, it really seemed to come together for this guy, a rising star in just 1 year.
The free throw drops for Gordon.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the center. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lowry passes to Siakam. And the Raptors miss again.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
And there's the pass to Money. Kicks to Bamba. Here's Money. He's covered by Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Isaac. For 3, Ross bangs home the trifecta. Ross has got 13 points now in the quarter.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
And here's Lowry. He's got 11. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Siakam. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago. 6 on the shot clock. Isaac with the steal.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Trying to end the drought, and it's laid in by Lowry. Lowry's got 13 points. And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Money. He's got 25. Pass to Isaac. Over to the wing. Pass to Ross. Here's Money. Now recovering. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Gordon kicks to Isaac. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Right now playing with a terrific rhythm. Jonathan Isaac, assertive guy who can burn you with the catch and shoot.
Outside Lowry. That three off the mark.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. There are so many great open floor players in this game. Who would be the scariest player coming at you on the fast break?
Kevin, I can't limit this to just one. Are you kidding me? How would you like to have LeBron James bearing down on you at 6'8", 250 plus pounds? Or the length of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can cover. Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Lowry with the ball. He's got 13. Shot to stop the run, and there it is for him. 15 points in the game.
Now, Kyle Lowry putting on a clinic. Forget about stopping this guy. Try to contain him.
In the corner, Bamba with it. Over Ibaka. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
And Lowry has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando's got me going from downtown in the second quarter. Oh!
This is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
So it's Toronto. They've been looking at a sick offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lowry passes to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. Green with the ball. And he banks in the layup.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game. And that pass, that was pretty.
Here's Money. Lowry covering. Siakam pulls it in. And so Green will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. It's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Money.
And the way that he's been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
54 seconds left in the first half of the game. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight.
Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Lowry finds Green. Here's Anunoby. Green deciding where to go with it. And Siakam has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Ibaka got a piece of it.
Well, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an 8+ shot blocker for his size. This guy has main duties on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Van Vliet. 6 points for him. Lowry for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Money's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's Gordon with the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, difficult to defend against that, right? Gordon is a tricky player, especially if he's hitting that pull-up jumper.
And so it's the Orlando Magic, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Yeah, I just tried to come out and give my team a spark, have a little bit of energy, and it just turned out some easy buckets.
We'll see if you can get more of those easy ones in the second half, Aaron. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Things were going Orlando's way from the beginning. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality. And they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Battling it out tonight, two offenses that tend to live and die by the three. Shaq, do you think the league is becoming too perimeter-oriented?
Yeah, Kenny knows this. He has 2 rings. I have 4. Championship-level teams usually challenge you outside and inside. You got to keep the defense guessing, Ernie.
The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Greg Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at the Nuggets. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And I think for Denver, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, thanks very much. Now, after the Nuggets added...
A team on the rise, DA. We'll see. Neither side missing a beat in its last few games. Brent, talk about how much fun it is when your team is really going on a roll.
There's always a great feeling when you step onto a court and you're in warm-ups and you know your team maybe has won 4 of 5 or 7 of 8, that you just can't wait for the ball to go up. And I think tonight we've got a team that's on that kind of roll, and we'll see in the first quarter if they step right back into that rhythm that we expect them to be in.
And everybody usually touches the ball. A lot of guys are used off the bench. It just perpetuates itself.
That's exactly what happens, Kevin. The opportunities for the 9th, 10th, and 11th man to get playing time because the starters and the bench guys are getting you a 15 or 18-point lead. There'll be opportunities for minutes for those guys tonight as well.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Terrence Ross is out there with Money, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. For 3, Murray. That shot misses. And Orlando will come the other way. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, 2 clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Well, kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff. And then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the evening. And that one falls for Bamba.
And sort of known for that crazy length. Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
That one misses.
Really crushing the glass last season for the Nuggets. 7th overall in the league in rebounding and 2nd in offensive rebounds, which created a lot of second chance opportunities.
And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Count the basket.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Martin surveying the floor. Wide open look here for Murray on the 3 off target.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Money. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Money's got his first 2 points of the night.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Murray, good.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
And it's sent back by Jokic. It's Barton on the wing. He's covered by Isaac. Barton finds Beasley. In the corner, Murray with it. All alone. He's off on that one. And Orlando will come the other way.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hunter had it, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Surprising quickness. Murray burying his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
Sinks the triple.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Tipped away. Pushing it up. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. They trail by 6. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape the move.
Yeah, they were up against a team that struggled all night to get things under control. Mistakes and turnovers and just sloppy play all game long.
Ross for 3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Barton kicks to Murray. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Magic leading by 7. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the way up off the glass. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. Brent, some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys that all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan. I like that.
Good. I'm with you. Got it. Money pass it to Bamba. Toss in the corner. Here's Money. He had 34 points in the win against Toronto.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Murray with it. 6 points for him. From 13. Another shot. Here's Millsap. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice up fake from Millsap. He's just good at that move there.
And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court, and obviously one heck of a player.
And the first one drops.
Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat, and has performed at an All-Star weekend.
So he gets them both. And Brett, you think about Paul Millsap, not a top 10 draft pick, not even taken in the first round.
Yeah, how about that? 47th pick in the second round, and nothing really has been handed to Paul Millsap. He's earned every bit of it, and that's why even to this day he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
And there's Murray on the assist by Beasley. Murray's got 8.
And that's how they're going to trim this league. Play tough, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Here's Money. Pass to Bamba. And the jump by Bamba.
the execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
16 feet away. A reverse. And Millsap with the lead. 8 points for him.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
As to Isaac from deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
It's Barton on the wing. Jokic finds Barton. Hot loose. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Money. Hammers it on to polish off the break.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. Number 1, Mohamed Bamba. And, of course, Michael Porter.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
Jokic kicks to Murray.
And the three-point shot is just off the mark to start the game.
His three-pointer's off the mark.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. They got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
Denver calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Porter comes in for Barton. Thomas checked in for Malik Beasley. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And he jams it with authority.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. It's deflected.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Bamba, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate
right.
as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays much more impactful.
Good point.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Poke loose. And the turnover again by Denver. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Nuggets, 3 games behind.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
No doubt about that. It hasn't taken them any time to announce that they're a different team this year. One that's ready to take the next step and join the ranks of playoff contenders.
They get it back.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And a look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Money passes to Gordon. Over Hernangomez. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 6.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
So a moment now to see the story on Mohamed Bamba. Just an incredible month of basketball. 4th in rebounding, 4th in steals, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Ross finds Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 8.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Nuggets trail by 18. The ball's knocked loose. And the wide open shot from Morris. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jokic has checked in for Mason Plumlee. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Money. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
Outside Thomas.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Ross passes to Isaac, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
They're pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Thomas kicks to Morris. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ross with a steal. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Denver shooting 42% to begin this game. Now the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Bamba. Poked away.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
Morris against Ross. Morris kicks to Thomas. The Nuggets with another miss.
Oh,
yeah.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Orlando out in front, delivering the blowout. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like, that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Money out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Isaac into the 3 spot. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Morris, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Jokic finds Thomas. It's deflected.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown." That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Back to Ross. 7-foot shot. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Porter passes to Hernan Gomez. Kicks it to Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Again, Thomas missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Money passes to Bamba. Yep, that one goes. Bamba's got 11 points.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Down low, here's Thomas. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
How about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Denver calls timeout. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now. Yeah. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
Hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple of years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
A different look for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Porter. And it's Malik Beasley in for Morris. No good on the second, so he hits 1 or 2. And for Jokic, just keeps getting better, Brent, but always stays very grounded in terms of his personality.
Yeah, I think his brothers had a lot to do with that. You just don't see the big ego coming out of him. In fact, you see a guy who's enjoying the game. He smiles, he's laughing with teammates, he enjoys being with this group and around this coaching staff. And we go as far as to say that he plays every game as a game of pickup basketball in his hometown. I need to travel over there and get in that game.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Beasley, here we go. No good from Hernan Gomez. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. And the next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Ross against Murray. Passes to Beasley. Pass to Jokic. Back to Beasley. Just 4 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Off the left rim and out.
No excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe he could have taken a little more time.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And here they go. Here's Jokic. Here's Juan Gomez. The shot will not fall. Gordon with the defensive effort. And he jams it with authority.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose. And I love the energy on this play.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Juan Gomez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And he's good on the 3-ball. Money's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Magic.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
He kept alive. Plumlee scored the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray for 3. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. He lobs it up. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Murray surveying the D. Millsap has the open look. The 3-pointer no good. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Gordon, the pass to Money, uses the glass to finish the lane. Money's got 37.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Got a piece of it. And it's sent back by Isaac. Here's Money. Beasley with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Barton finds Millsap. And it's blocked by Gordon. And he's able to get it back. Count that bucket. Orlando's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game. An outstanding 75% mark. Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Money. 37 points for him. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Beasley kicks to Millsap. Barton outside. Pass to Murray. Takes the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Snatched up.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Money, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Beasley comes with the double team. Here's Money. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 5 now.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. And now Orlando on the break. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A corner, Martin. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. And another miss by Denver.
And his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Plumlee with the rebound. Denver shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Murray outside. Here's the floater. And the layup is up and in. 13 points in the game.
That's a tricky little move there. Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
Feeds to Bamba. Over Plumlee. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Money pass it to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
A terrific anticipation, using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation? Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. Here's Bamba. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Murray outside. From 11 feet away. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. He kicks it to Beasley. Barton trying to get open. No good from Beasley.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The offensive rebound. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success. And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. They always attempt to wear you out.
And stolen by Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. Orlando's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. And so Orlando again turning it over. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Will Park. Isaiah Thomas has checked in for Malik Beasley. And Morris subbed in for Murray. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Denver passing it around. And Plumlee kicks to Thomas. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Money knocks down the 3-ball. Money's got 47 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Another steal. And another fast break opportunity here for the Magic. Here we go. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Now, Jokic over Gordon. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, two of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
Lots of cleanup, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. We're serious about cutting to this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And how about that? Already through two quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability right now. He's just simply outworking the opponent.
Magic shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Millsap and Jokic the pair inside. Beasley is out there with Murray, and it's Barton in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Back to Murray, a 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Magic have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight. The first one falls. That one is no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Ross grabs the board.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. And that one's good, Jokic.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Barton outside. In the corner, Murray with it. No good with the triple.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far. They know they got to be better.
They grabbed their own miss.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
To the paint. Here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
It's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Beasley against Ross. There's the feed to Murray. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. Number 1, the Magic.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 18 points in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
For 3, Murray, and again, Denver no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Jamal Murray, you can't start much younger than Jamal did. At age 3, he reportedly could play basketball for hours on end. Where's the nap time, Kevin? Where is the nap time?
Barton outside. Murray outside. Gets the 3-point bomb. He's got 18.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
There really isn't a time in Murray's life that he wasn't great at this game.
No, in Canada, just such a great career in Ontario. Played alongside, actually, Thon Maker. And then 1 year at Kentucky. Who doesn't have 1 year at Kentucky? Drafted 7th overall. You know, and what an amazing fit that he's still pointing up and improving. One of the game's more deadly shooters right now.
Juan Gomez, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shots good by Gomez.
Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. And another one. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Down low, here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
The Magic have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Now the pass to Money. And he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. They get a hand on it. Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the balls away with just such ease. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
A terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Denver's gone 1 of 4 and 3-point shots here in the third. High, arcing shot. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Money. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But great, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And now Orlando on the break. Throws up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. On the run for Denver. Porter's checked in for Millsap. Thomas comes in for Malik Beasley. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Ross against Thomas. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Thomas. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Here's Bamba. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. They need this, and it's blocked by Gordon. And again, Orlando running the court in transition.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Morris kicks to Porter. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Back to Porter. Five on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's Thomas outside. There's the 24-7 shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Gordon.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Here's Money. Back to Ross. Bamba passes to Money. And Porter comes to help. Feeds it to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Ross. The three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
Denver's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Knocked away. Morris gets to Thomas. And no good. The try spell continuing for him.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Denver shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. Here is Thomas. Just 4 to shoot. Porter, no luck. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Isaac passes to Ross. That one wide left.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time. But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Here's Money. And good. There's another.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. To the middle. Here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Thomas goes in. And for Isaiah Thomas going into free agency, what he thought might be a big payday opportunity was, Greg, anything but that.
A few years ago, he was talking about backing up the Brinks truck and had to take a deal to prove he can still play. Has had a tumultuous past few years, but this deal could work out for the team if he can get back to form.
And he knocks down the first one. Denver making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And it's been a tough past season and a half for Isaiah Thomas. Traded from Boston to Cleveland and then once again traded to the Lakers. Rare to see a guy get traded twice in the season following an MVP caliber performance like he had back in 2017. And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Bucket earned, out-muscling and out-hustling everybody. Rebound.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Broke loose. And again, Orlando running the court in transition.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And it takes a certain team for Thomas to fit in with well. Wasn't the case, though, with the Cavs.
Yeah, Thomas is a point guard, not a pass guard. He's a guy that's going to look to score more than anything else. And it didn't quite work with the Cavs, but you put him in an up-tempo offense, that young man can flourish. Still young enough and is with the team more suited, I think, for his skills now. I bet he has a big bounce-back year.
Money passes to Bamba. He gets it in there. Bamba's got 12 now in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Bamba. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Here's Money.
Yeah. That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Morris kicks to Thomas. And here is Morris. He's got 6. Looking to end the run. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And the pass to Jokic. Over Bamba. Jokic, no good. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And that's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
A 3 from Morris. That one's not going to go. Missed. And so it's Orlando able to put on a show for the ages. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Money out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Denver. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Saturday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
So it's Denver now. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole, but I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the finals.
Mamba, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Plumlee. "60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
Thomas with the ball. Mamba picks him up. They're running. Here's Money. Got a piece of it. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control. That's how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
He's looking for Gordon and finds him up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
And standing by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
Shoots a fader. And yet, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Money's got 6 in the quarter.
This is great to see him take over in stretches like this, coming alive at just the right time.
Here's Leiden. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Magic have gone outstanding. 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Money passes to Bamba. Bamba with the steal. Passes to Lyles. Trying his luck deep. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the paint. Here's Bamba. Plumlee with some nice D.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
That's 10. Another steal for him.
He's making history. Tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurt. He swipes the ball away again.
Just a suffocating defensive performance.
And he's made history, GA. A new 3rd-place mark for most steals in a game.
Yeah, he's aggressive offensively, and the versatility in that arsenal, when you look at his size, is what makes him, at times, unguardable.
Thomas kicks to Lyles. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Doesn't go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way. Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they put in their body.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
Craig kicks to Lyles, pass to Leiden. And it's Thomas at the elbow. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Craig passes to Lyles. They get it back. Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Pass to Isaac. Dishes it to Ross. Fires from the line. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Thomas kicks to Craig. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. The pass to Lyles. Shoots over Bamba. Lyles no good. Well, Orlando shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Money. He dishes it to Gordon. Count that bucket. Gordon's got 30.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Orlando has possession. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is that number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one I
recent
played
23?
against. Yeah,
Oh, that 23.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
And it's blocked. To the inside. It's good by Hernangomez.
I'm sure you can ask for a better look. You can make those shots while sleeping.
Here are the Magic now. Here's Money. Yet another bucket.
And he's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Thomas.
Let's go.
Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Here's Morris.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin. He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Inside. And slammed in by Plumlee.
Combine the fluid movement and the explosiveness, and Plumlee brings it down.
Here's Money. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Porter with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
And that one misses. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they could start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
2 shots. 5. Elbow. 2.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here's Denver. Down low, Gordon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
Trey Lyles checked in for Mason Plumlee. Gordon inside. Hernan Gomez covering, and the basket by Gordon. Denver shooting about 47% here in the fourth. He swipes the ball away again.
And he has been an absolute...
And another one.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see. Here's Craig. No good on the triple. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. And good. He hits it again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Up top, Morris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA, but as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school in basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
Magic shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Money, covered by Morris. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez.
And guys, at this point, just a solid